So last bit of construction is to basically mark onto the leather where we've got to make these little holes that we then feed through your lovely long strap. So you're going to place your bag onto the table, making sure that you're perfectly folding it at the side seams. And then grab your pattern. So we did prep the holes earlier. So what you want to do with the awl is shove the awl through the pattern so that you can get your pen going through that hole. And remembering now that your seam allowance is all sewn into the bag. So you want to fold down that top edge first of the pattern. So I'm going to be turning this top edge down because our seam allowance is now all inside the bag. Placing it onto your lovely leather. So using your pen, you're just going to mark a nice little dot right at all of these 4 points. Same vibe on the other side. And then what you want to do here is you're going to be making a hole into the leather that's the equivalent of about 1 centimetre wide. Depending on where you are and what country you are, you might find that one of your little pennies could be perfect for this. We found that actually our penny in England is a little bit too big, so I've ended up finding a button for this. So I'm going to place the button on. Using a pen, I'm just going to draw all the way around the button. And then this is going to be the hole that we're going to cut out with a little sharp pair of scissors. And this is why it's really good if you've kind of glued all of this area down now, because the hole will be really reinforced from having 2 layers of leather plus the fusing as well to really make it a nice sturdy hole. It should mean then you don't have to stitch around it and it won't sort of bag out or stretch out over time. So exactly the same thing on the other side. So what you're going to do is you've got to be really careful with doing this, but you're basically going to pierce through with the blade of this scissor. So you pierce through all those layers, making sure that your hand is completely out the way when you go through. And then this could also be another option if you prefer using the craft knife or the scalpel just to kind of go all the way round. And you're going to go really, really steady all the way around that hole, trying to make it as smooth as possible. So you end up with that whole lovely circle coming out. And then we're going to repeat the same on each one. You are now going to be threading your lovely long strap all the way through the pre-prepared holes, but you might want to just double check where you've done your stitching for your handle, whether you just want to sort of trim it down just a little bit on that raw edge just to make it really nice and neat. And it might not be relevant to go all the way along. Some of this looks really good. It's mainly just where all those seams particularly are meeting. And this is all just about it looking as lovely and neat as possible because these are final finishing touches. So what we're going to be doing is feeding through the strap. So it goes into this hole, and then what happens with it is it kind of concertinas it in, so it goes out from the side ones. So these ones are going to be the equivalent of your shoulder strap in the end. And obviously it's totally up to you how long you want it. You might want to sort of try it on your body, make sure that it's the right length for you. And what I'm going to recommend is tying it so that you get a really cute little knot, but that's going to just be completely hidden on the inside. So I would do a knot that's like a kind of granny knot where you go right over left, actually it's more of a reef knot, and then left over right. So you end up with a really nice, cute little knot. And I guess you could always use that as a feature on the outside, but I'm going to keep mine on the inside. So what should happen here is those side bits concertina in. You then have your lovely grab handles that poke out. And that is your absolutely fabulous bag, all finished, ready for you to start using. Thank you so much for joining me in making that really lovely upcycled bag. I'm really chuffed with that. There is so much more I want to share with you. So if we have kind of inspired you to start your bag making journey, if you're even a professional bag maker but you want to learn a bit more, we've got loads of courses available. So head over to our website and I hope to see you again.